Good. So what we're now going to look at today is going to be on the modern schools. After that is pragmatism and existentialism. To begin with, pragmatism. We said pragmatism is an essentially American philosophy. American in that this school of thought, or this philosophy as it is, was introduced to us by all the proponents that brought it, or the advocates that spoke about the philosophy or that discussed about the philosophy, were essentially from America, starting with C.S. Peirce, that is Charles Sanders Peirce, and then followed by this person, William James, and then John Dewey. All of them came from America. So that was why it is now called an essentially American philosophy. And we'll come to discuss more on that. The first thing to look at is, we would want to look at the etymology of this school of thought, that is pragmatism, speaking of its origin. The origin of the word pragmatism means pragma, pragma, and this Pragma. So that pragma simply means an action word, something that is done, more or less like a verb if you like. But this verb in terms of ideas, how we put our own ideas into practice, not just simply talking about some sort of, let me say, abstract ideas that we don't actually know much about their own practicalities and how we can put them into practice in life. Okay? So that is why they said it simply means what? An action that is done, or a thing that is done, or a fact from something called prosein. And that prosein simply means to do something. That is the Latin origin of the word pragmatism. So that is why you find out that these people have been talking about how we put our own ideas into practice. We've been talking about in realism and in realism and idealism. In fact, one of the criticisms that was given against both idealism and realism was that these schools of thought were too bookish in that they put too much priority on knowledge, without talking about how we put those ideas on